This is Evan Gill Smith reading The Cow Speaks to the Child. There's no me without you, says the cow in the sunlight, being looked at, being drawn by the child with crayons. Is the hill an almond? The child wants to know. Is life irrefutable? The start of me is the start of the ending of you. See that hole in your sock where the cold can get through? The child's toe sticks through the hole now. Some philosophers grow ulcers from eating loneliness. There's not much we know. The cow's tongue smacks its lips. The child fills in its spots with blue crayon and silence, a dragonfly or not. About this poem. I was outside of Eureka, California, driving up a steep road through dense fog. When the fog broke, I found myself on a hilltop surrounded by what seemed like the happiest cows on earth, grazing in sunlight and resting beneath pine trees. I have twice returned to this moment in dreams. This poem is an imagined dialogue between a child and one of those cows.
Hi, this is MORST. Welcome forward to another journey via the time machine. Chris has set the controls of the time machine for us to visit a Camper Van Beethoven show that took place in 2013 at Madison, Wisconsin's Majestic Theater on Saturday, the 11th of May. I don't think the place is really all that majestic, but when a band comes in and plays 4 songs of great enduring strength and beauty in under 7 minutes, it mostly lives up to the moniker. I took this video from right where I was standing, I guess, because I didn't bother to show you much of drummer Frank Finero. He's got to be good looking because he's so hard to see. Video evidence shows he performed wearing a hat, but even when Mr. Larry steps to the side, his tablet device blocks the view of the only camper not playing a stringed instrument on this. Yeah, this is before David was working on his doctoral degree, so he's still Mr. The first 2 songs are slowed down punk covers. The second 2 are Camper Van Beethoven originals. The one is older, one is newer. Not sure exactly why they all ended up together, but Camper does play some medleys, and the 3-play of White Riot, Wasted, Shut Us Down gained the R&R Uzbekistan around Bonnaroo 2004, and it's been an option ever since. So Chris, until next time, we'll see you last time, and please push the big button and trip the trigger, and let's go then now on the time machine. Do-do-do-do-do.
White riot, ride on my own. White riot. better shut us down. I got a ton of 50 and nothing better to do. I got a half tank of gas, nowhere to go. Better shut us down. Better shut us down. Better pull the plug.
This time we're featuring EYELIDS. They're on tour starting March 25th. Go check them out.
Kindly produced by your very own Peter Buck. And it goes something like this. Don't please come around here.
Don't come around again.
The Dangers. Bandcamp Friday. 3D.
That's a difficult question to answer. It's one which all of us are concerned with.
Fellow Americans, stop dragging your feet. Wear kitties when you're going to go out on a date.
Look great.
But do you know your feet need a little love?
Kitty knows.
What an agonizing, enterprising, hard kind of day you spend working overtime. You.
Yeah, baseball.
You. When you shop. You need shoes for it all. I say comfort and style. If you're young at heart or young enough to remember, come to Kitty and explore at the Great American Shoe Store.
Hello, welcome everybody to an edition of what we call Brown Box. I'm your host, Ryan Harsch.
And I'm Chris LeRoy.
Hi everyone. And on Brown Box, we bring in some of our favorite albums and discuss them. Simple as that. We put them in a box that's brown. So that's hence the name Brown Box.
That's
right?
a very clever title.
Thank you.
Given the construct.
It's actually, the box is very familiar to some of you that watch our other segment called Dylan Box. It might be the same box. It might not be.
It should be turned backwards.
But I digress. So we're gonna look at we brought in one album each. We're gonna talk about them. Very different, but you know it really kind of reflects our tastes and what we're into. So Chris, why don't you reach in the old brown box there and pull out the old brown shoe?
Okay. Well, a good guess,
Hey.
possibly. Almost.
Oh my! And
This
sealed.
Is, this is
Oh,
sealed.
okay.
This is brand new. It's like from Target. Or
Okay,
something.
yeah, that's where I got mine.
Yeah. This is an album some people may know.
Mm-hmm.
It's by the band called the Beatles.
Uh-huh.
It's called Let It Be. And the reason I'm picking this for a brown box is that there's been such a resurgence about the Beatles because of the Get Back documentary. There's folks who really, really loved that series and where it led. And you really did get to see an album that seemed impossible in the first third of that film.
Oh yeah.
It seems like there's nothing. There is nothing.
The only one holding it together is Ringo.
Yeah.
Which is like, okay.
Yeah, and I can do Ringo.
Yeah.
From Get Back.
Right. Very bored.
There you go. He's just kind of waiting.
Yeah.
But yeah, he keeps it rolling, and it just seems so impossible for them to have any product when it's said and done. When you're watching these sessions, and everything seems so slapdash and poorly done, and like all the animosity and all these other stories that go around. And it isn't until the very end of the third segment that you see some of these songs pulling together, and then you have this rooftop, amazing.
Oh yeah.
Now that you see it in total,
Very cool.
this amazing culmination of what it means to be a band, what it means to like each other, what it means to be creative together,
and kind of rediscover why they're doing what they do.
and find kind of what they were trying to get back to in a way. But it makes you go back to this album, of which everyone has Let It Be, and it's, for many people, it's probably one of the lesser Beatle efforts. And it really is unfair, because does any album have a whole documentary to set it up? But there's something amazing about this album in context of the documentary. So too,
Okay.
that on the Lo-Fi Lounge, we're going to do the very last will and testament of the Get Back.
The last word, final word.
Final word.
Okay.
Because everyone's already got a chance to save their stuff, 3 months ago. And so we're going to do our own thing. But
Okay.
what comes from this music and why this is a great brown box piece is it would be a great album if you hadn't watched the documentary to listen to and see where it fits in your Beatle canon. I don't know if there's someone who wouldn't have heard this album, but there might be. If you listen to this album and then go watch that documentary and flip it the other way around, because there's some beautiful songs. There are Two of Us, Across the Universe, even I was like, I had a place in my heart for One After 909.
Oh, yeah.
So my friends were saying, well, it's
jam.
just the Beatles. It sounds like this old beat up song.
Yeah,
I go,
but
what do you think music came from?
it's one of the first songs they ever played together.
It comes
Literally.
from old beat up songs. That's
Right.
that's how you get good.
Yeah.
And this album has a spirit that comes through whether or not you saw the documentary. But with
you should
that,
see if you haven't seen it.
if you haven't seen it, listen to the album first.
Yeah.
Then go back, watch the thing, and then before you go to bed that next week, because you've been watching this thing, just listen to the album one last time and just marvel at what creativity is about. How do you, with your friends, with your bandmates, even in the darkest hours, find a way to make good music? And that's what happens on this album.
Well, there ain't no hippies left in California. You know they all got rich and they moved to the Hollywood Hills. Yeah, man, they fell for the gold and the stank that the city puts on. Now the things they gotta do to survive are gonna get us all killed. Yeah, I left all the weeds and the pickup set up on block. And I bought me a ticket with my best guitar in home. Yeah, I sold a few records and I got my ass on the plane. Soon I was calling back home saying, Mama, some things done changed. 'Cause there ain't no hippies left in California. You know they all got rich and they moved to the Hollywood Hills. Yeah, man, they fell for the gold and the stank that the city puts on. Now the things they gotta do to survive are gonna get us all killed. Well, we got a little band and we learned a little rock and roll. Yeah, we wrote a few songs and we took that shit on the road. Yeah, we made some people mad, but we made a few more smiles. When my mama tells the story back home, it's now worth a while. But there ain't no hippies left in California. You know they all got rich and they moved to the Hollywood Hills. Yeah, man, they fell for the gold and the stank that the city puts on. Now the things they gotta do to survive are gonna get us all killed. Yeah, I said the things they gotta do to survive are gonna get us all killed. Yeah, man, you know the things they gotta do to survive are gonna get us all killed. Yeah, I said the things they gotta do to survive are gonna get us all killed. Hey!
And I won't go, afraid to fall, afraid to lose my handle on it all. But I love you, and through it all, afraid our backs now up against the wall.
Every new album is always the best thing you ever did. But in this case, it's pretty true. I think the songs are mature. What's great about this album is pretty much every song are band ensemble. It's us playing live to get that feel. And this group, this version of The Dangers, were Ralph Torres on keyboards, Mike Geegan on guitar, Matt Wyckoff on bass, Mad Brad Vaughn on drums. We've been a group together for quite a while now, and our sound is matured and broadened, and it all pays off in this music. So I think even if you're a Danger fan, or if you're not a Danger fan, you're going to find a variety of things to like in this record. Very positive in this course of From All Rivers Collide to Land of Opportunity to Dreamtime to whatever this album's called. What's it called? Why We Long to Stay is this arc of music that is more angst, more desperation, to music where there's a more found internal, if not peace, but a sense of hope. As the album evolved, there were two songs that seemed like they were contenders for the album title. One was called Every Day is Borrowed Time. Now that's a good title, but it's a different kind of feeling. Where there's a kind of a desperation in it. But that album isn't like that. The album's more upbeat and more positive. So Why I Long to Stay ends up being the theme song that kind of runs through the whole course of the album. And I just like the title, and I messed with it. If you ever watch my Facebook page, there's always a million different covers I do during the year. And I shift in and out, and I change my mind, and I find pictures, and I see things, and I try to incorporate it. Finally, I went out in my backyard, and I was just looking up in the sky, and there was a bougainvillea there, and I took a picture through the flowers, and there's a cloud. And I go, that's pretty much it. Kind of explains what I want to talk about.